afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dante Toro, and today I am going to be reacting to your tweets about how you would book John Cena's retirement tour. I put out a tweet asking you guys to reply to me how you would book John Cena's final run, and boy oh boy, did you deliver. I picked a few of your tweets, so let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree with them, what your opinion is, how you would book John Cena's final run. And before we get started, please make sure to like and subscribe. And again, put in the comments what you think of this video. If you have any suggestions for other videos you would like to see me make moving forward. Enjoy the video. Thank you for being here. Let's go. All right, first tweet is from The Main Event. He says, doesn't matter, we won't be able to see it. Sorry, guys, I had to. Moving on to the second tweet. Thank you, Main Event, for that first one. It did make me chuckle. Some people don't like the John Cena, you can't see him jokes, whatever. I always get a good laugh out of it, so I'm sorry if you didn't like it, but comedy to me. Okay, Young D says, big fan here. Thank you. But I would make it where he wins every match, no matter who he faces, and make it where he wins the Intercontinental title and do what he did with the U.S. title, the open challenges every week, then end it with the world title. And doing so, he breaks the record. Boom! Big boom for Young D right here. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are the debate is, should he win the IC title, the World Heavyweight title, or WWE Championship? If he does win the Intercontinental Championship, I would like to see him go on open runs every single week, like we saw with the U.S. Championship 10 years ago. If he does win the Intercontinental Championship, I 100% believe it is to put over younger talent, have matchups with people that he's never had before. It is the workhorse title, so I'm sure John Cena will definitely be putting it to work if he holds it during his run. Darian Lowe's 2, I apologize if I mispronounce any of your names, by the way. He says, get thrown out of the Rumble Final Four by Ludwig, goes to Chamber, wins it, challenges Gunther, loses at Mania by Gunther choking him out, somehow gets his way to a rematch at SummerSlam, wins the title, then gets cashed in on after a month or two having the title. Drew retires Cena. Okay, so let's unravel this. I like the idea of him not winning the Royal Rumble. I get people are like, easy way for him to get to WrestleMania. Of course, I get that. It's his final Royal Rumble. But there are so many possible winners this year and other storylines going on that I think would benefit more from someone else winning the Rumble. I would prefer John Cena winning it in the Chamber. I'll be completely honest with you. If he goes after the World Heavyweight Championship, I don't think he should win it right away. He's lost a lot of singles matches in the past, so you can't just give it right to him. I know he's Super Cena, but we gotta build up to it. And as far as the cash-in goes, I think that would be a shocking way for him to lose it, but I think if he does lose the belt, he should be putting over someone else, like a younger talent. Tomas says, wins the Rumble, beats Gunther at Mania for the World Heavyweight Championship against everything we just said, holds until Clash at the Castle, drops belt to Drew, wins IC title and becomes Grand Slam champion, holds belt until retirement match, loses to Dom, Obafemi, Jerron Evans. There are so many options. Fits in matches with Cody, Punk, Randy, Roman, etc. Somewhere in there. Okay, so a lot of people saying he should win the Rumble. Again, I just mentioned I'd prefer him not to, but it's a possibility. I think at one point he was the favorite, so he's definitely going to be towards the end of the match. If he does go on to challenge for World Championship at WrestleMania and does win, I can't imagine it's going to be against Cody Rhodes, so Gunther makes the most sense here. And as far as losing the belt to Drew, I mean, Drew's been screwed twice at Clash of the Castle, so I think him getting that win against Super Cena, against the GOAT, arguably, that would be awesome. As far as the IC title, I don't know if they're going to have him hold both during his run, but hey, man, it's fantasy booking, so who knows. Luke says he eliminates Drew from the Elimination Chamber and is hit with a Claymore by Drew, causing him to be eliminated, setting up a Wrestle 41 match. I love this. Going off what I said earlier, he doesn't have to win the Rumble. I don't even think he has to win the Chamber. In all honesty, going after the World Heavyweight Championship, this should be like a build-up. Like, it shouldn't be something that's given to him. He should work for it. And at WrestleMania, I can see him challenging someone else, or someone else challenges him that isn't for a World Championship or the Intercontinental Championship. If that is the case, Drew McIntyre versus Cena would bang, and honestly, Drew should win. Might be an unpopular opinion, but Drew should win. Ad Lawrence 04 says, Orton dethrones Cody, becomes WWE champion. Okay, so we have some cross stories here. Cena wins King of the Ring and challenges Orton at SummerSlam. Cena beats Orton, becomes a 17-time champion. Cena holds the title all the way until Survivor Series and loses to Braun Breaker like SummerSlam 2014 with Brock. Braun's the next star. I really like the idea of Braun Breaker being the one to defeat Cena, whether it's for the World Heavyweight Championship, Intercontinental Championship, or just his retirement match. I know people talk about Cena and Orton. They're going to have that match, whether it's Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, the last show that Cena's on. they're going to have it. I think John Cena should go out against a younger, up-and-coming star. At this point, end of 2025, Braun Breaker should be in the main event scene. He has everything it takes. As far as everything else goes, I can see Orton beating Cody, and then this sets things up, but I don't know if Orton and Cena would involve a world championship. I think that match is big enough on its own to just be Cena versus Orton. One last match. Hassan says, have the first half of the year build him back up to winning again, hasn't won in years, have a short IC title run in the summer, open challenges, then go for the title, he never gets it. Final match versus Gunther for the title, he taps out, signaling the end. What a possibility this is. So we did mention him winning the IC title, so he does become a Grand Slam champion during this run, but not winning a world championship. I think a lot of people, we debate, should he become a Grand Slam champion? Should he win the World Heavyweight Championship? I think most people want him to become a 17-time champion. Having those expectations, having your hopes set up so high for him to not even win it, but having him lose his final match to Gunther for the title and then he retires after, that would be an insane ending to his career. Knowing a guy like Cena, I feel like he wouldn't mind doing something like this. So, as crazy as this may sound, I don't think it's that crazy. Gilbert says, I truly don't think he should be pinned once, unless it's for a title or if it's not clean. Only matches he should be losing are like the Rumble, the Chamber. Not even then, I think he should win one of those. No underdog story needed. Super Cena needed. I think 2025 is the only year where people wouldn't care if Super Cena was activated. For so long, people were so mad. Cena's beating everyone. He's winning titles constantly. And now it's like we're begging for Super Cena, which is really funny to see. I disagree, Gilbert. This is realistic. John Cena hasn't been that successful over the last few years. You need to play into that. You can't just forget the fact that he's an older guy now. He's on his retirement tour for a reason, right? And he hasn't been that successful in the past, like I said. So, Super Cena, that's great, that's cool and everything, but you need to make this realistic. He definitely needs to lose matches along the way. Against who, for what titles, I don't know, but there should be plenty of wins and plenty of losses as well. Speaking of Super Cena, a shout out to you, Liam. He says, have him win both world titles and go undefeated the entire year. Again, this is just the only exception, the only time people want Super Cena. If John Cena legitimately did win both world championships, of course there would be people who be like, this is fucking stupid, but I really do think majority of the people would be fucking, that's awesome. Like, shout out John Cena, he's the GOAT, like, put everything on him. This reminds me of, like, Kenny Omega in his AEW run when he was in, like, TNA. He had all the belts and shit like that. That would be, like, John Cena all of 2025, basically. Next tweet by David Shaw. He comes out wearing mustaches for his gear at WrestleMania 40. Cena teams with John and Dante against Rock, McIntyre, Rollins, with Dante turning on John and siding with The Rock at SummerSlam. Dante versus Cena for the vacated WWE title, with Dante winning. Cena beats Dante at WrestleMania 42. And then Cena retires. Shout Mustache Bros. Yeah, let's get that old throwback gear out there. Turning on John for The Rock, I think that adds up. The Rock did tweet at me back when I was in high school, calling me Swag King, so there is some history there. We go way back. So me and The Rock can definitely form a cool tag team. But Cena beating me? Nah. That's where you lose me. Mike Edwards with a shout out to Karrion Kross here. Karrion Kross targets and retires him. Payoff from those online videos a year ago, Kross stalking him as he's making his entrance. Even better, Cena's champion and drops the belt to him. Karrion Kross is making a lot of noise right now in the wrestling community. I think a lot of people are catching on to the long-term storytelling. I'm sure you can find on Twitter people kind of mapping out the feuds he's had and how that led to those people changing characters or turning from a face to a heel to a face, whatever it may be. Karrion Kross is one of the best storytellers in wrestling. I think he's very underrated. I just don't think he's been given a proper story direction. Right now at the Wyatt 6, things are looking good for him. As much as I like the idea of this happening, I can see Kross and Cena maybe having a match, but I don't know if it would be in-depth like this, where Kross actually wins a championship from Cena. As much as I love that, a year from now, I think Kross should be in a much better, bigger place than he is now, but this is truly fantasy booking, which I asked for, so I appreciate it, Mike. I appreciate your fantasy booking here. We have 3 tweets left. This first one from Casey Corbin. Him and Rock need to finish their best of 3 at Mania. This might be an unpopular opinion. Cena and The Rock should not have another match. John Cena has a win, The Rock has a win. Keep it at that. 2 GOATs of their generations. Keep it at 1 win apiece. The Rock's schedule also seems very like he can only work a selected amount of dates, or if he is wrestling during the year, I can't imagine it's more than twice. Like, and that twice might be pushing it. So I don't know if we'll even have an opportunity to have Cena versus Rock. If you're going to have Rock wrestle matches, keep him with Cody, Keep him with Roman. He had his time with Cena. That's in the past. Let's keep it there. If they want to have an interaction at like the Royal Rumble or Netflix on Raw on January 6th, sure, I'm cool for an interaction, run in. As far as a match goes, again, it's one win apiece. Let's keep it at that. We don't need to finish the trilogy, nothing like that, in my opinion. Second to last one by Frank. He says, world title final match versus Randy. Give him a match versus all of NXT. So, Randy Orton, I mentioned earlier, this match is definitely happening. Him versus Randy. Where it will happen is a great question. Because, again, WrestleMania, they've never had a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. I think that would be a good place for it if Randy isn't in the Cody-Kevin World Championship story, which he very well might be. Because this goes back again, like Cena versus Drew. Big high-profile match, no title on the line, doesn't need one. Randy versus Cena is such a last time ever, like that's the selling point right there. They could do it at SummerSlam for a title maybe, they can do it at Survivor Series, or it could be the final match. Whatever it may be, Cena and Orton are going to have that match. As far as the NXT part of this tweet goes, absolutely. If you have Cena around, take advantage of him going up against some of the biggest names in NXT, even the biggest up-and-comers. Because I think that would be, one, huge for the NXT brand. If you want to put him on NXT on a Tuesday, he's done it before, might as well do it again. While he's around, take advantage of it. So if he can have matches with NXT guys as well as Raw and SmackDown superstars, make it happen. Okay, this is the last tweet. This one I saved for last because I feel like this one I kind of think is most likely to happen. If I had the pen, I probably would book something similar to this, but let's read it. So finish the story. It says, if there's one way I'd want to go, I'd want to see Cena go from a doubted veteran to a certified greatest of all time, capturing the 17th title either Mania or SummerSlam. Having him against Cody in the match would be dreamlike, having Cena prove Cody is the new face of WWE. I feel like this whole entire episode, it's been about if he's going after a world championship, it's against Gunther. Him and Cody has his own shit going on. He's going to be so busy. But they do need to have Cody versus Cena. The new face versus the old face. This, I think, could be a passing of the torch type of thing. You could argue Randy and Cody could be that passing of the torch moment, but Cena lost to Reigns back in 2018, passed the torch then. Now we fast forward to 2025. Cody's the new face of the company. Roman, you can say what you want about him, but Cody's the champ right now. Him facing Cena and then beating Cena, that's a stamp of approval. That's a stamp of, yeah, you're the guy. You're the new super baby face. I did my job. We're in good hands now. And I personally believe that he should build up to a world championship win at SummerSlam. It shouldn't be right away. Give him a few months. Give him half the year to build up that confidence and that belief in fans of, I can still win a world championship. And he's chasing number 17. It's not like this is another world championship. This is to break the tie for the all-time record. If you're going to do this, you got to make it a big deal. You got to make it a big story. Again, not just giving it to him. Have this be a really solid story. And I think SummerSlam, as opposed to WrestleMania, is the best place for him to win his 17th World Championship. And let me know in the comments how you would book John Cena's retirement run. We have a lot of theories here, a lot of opinions. I would love to hear yours. That's what's so fun about wrestling. We can kind of fancy book these things, talk it through, and enjoy some of these theories. Because there's a lot of different possibilities, directions that WWE can go down for this retirement run. Whatever direction they decide to go down, I think it is going to be done very well. This is John Cena we're talking about. They're going to take care of him, and they're going to make sure that he rides off into the sunset, and that this is a retirement tour that is memorable and that we will never forget. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And again, put in the comments what you think of this video if you would like to see me make more videos like this, more tweet responses, responding to your guys' tweets, any other content that you have, any suggestions for, let me know. Check out all the other videos on this channel, as well as Talk to Myself, episode 1 out now. New episode comes out next week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you have a blessed rest of the day.